Over the course of history, for as long as we've known, our ancestors have used the art of masonry to build, construct, and maintain numerous well-known monuments around the world. Specifically for stonemasons, international treasures that were built such as the pyramids of Giza, the temple at Jerusalem, and even ancient colosseums built by the Romans are still being preserved to this day. With this information, one can assume that stonemasons were a vital part of both the economy and history. Creating an entire industry for themselves, they built and construct mansions and even famous castles that were occupied by those we call the elites. Since then, though we have evolved both as a species and technologically, the basic blueprints for a foundation and building materials are still prevalent to this day. So what exactly is stonemasonry? It is a delicate and cherished craft that involves the formation of buildings, structures, and sculptures with the use of stone as its primary ingredient. With only a few basic materials such as stone, mud, and water, our ancestors were able to build luxurious, handcrafted homes for their prehistoric civilizations.
Hello, I'm Kevin Yanes, and today I'll be presenting the properties of the selected materials. I'm from Group 5. First, property of the stone masonry. A building stone is chosen for its commonly known properties of attractiveness, durability, and economy. Alright, the durability. A stone could be thick and heavy walls, floor space reduction, among others. Most architects and structural engineers have always applied them in the building. Sensitive to moisture. It is another property crucial for this. It is a matter of concern for every designer to ensure that the stone selected has a moisture-resistant quality. Another property is that it is resistant to fire and heat. It is easy of dressing, which is the capability to provide the recommended shape to a particular stone when building a house. When talking about property on concrete masonry, most structural and architectural technologies design several buildings and structures with concrete blocks, which are also known to many people as concrete masonry units, due to their several significant properties such as resistant to fire, high lift structural capacity, and resistant to water and insulating. One of the properties is structural properties. Their key structural property is based on comprehensive strength. It is an important requirement for designers to understand that all those standards before deciding to construct any structure or building. Aesthetic properties and acoustic property is one of the main properties of this concrete masonry. Also, we have insulating properties, which is a key requirement for any engineering monitoring any construction site to consider the shielding properties of any concrete used in that particular workshop. Concrete and stone blocks are the commonly used materials in the art of masonry construction. Besides, various structural and architects engineer applies the use of stone and concrete in construction due to their various recommended properties discussed. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Javier Yambias from Group 5, Stone and Concrete Masonry, and I will be briefly going over my assigned topic, which was the uses of the selected material. Stone and concrete masonry has virtually limitless applications in the construction industry due to its versatility, durability, and adaptability as a material. The main use of these materials in construction is in the building of structures through the laying of individual units, also known as concrete masonry units, or CMU for short. These individual units, such as bricks, natural stones, or concrete blocks, in combination with masonry adhesives like cements or mortars, allow the user to build structures of numerous shapes and sizes. These structures can range between simple single-dwelling homes or even high-rise buildings. Some advantages to stone and concrete masonry are the following. Because of their porous constitution, bricks act as a natural insulator and have a high thermal mass. This means that the material absorbs and retains heat when exposed to hotter temperatures and will keep the overall inside temperature of a structure cooler. Brick masonry does not require highly skilled labor since the shape and size of the masonry units are uniform and small. Bricks are also lightweight, easy to handle and transport, and are more inexpensive compared to stones or concrete blocks. Moving on, natural stone masonry is the most durable and weather resistant thanks to the natural durability of the material. Stone is recommended for buildings with high foot traffic since it does not bend or dent. One of the main advantages of natural stones is its aesthetic appeal. With a large assortment of different colors, sizes, and textures, the design possibilities are limitless. Stone masonry also requires little maintenance and repair. Concrete blocks, also known as cinder blocks, are the third and the most utilized masonry unit out of the three mentioned for several reasons. They are larger in comparison to regular bricks, which makes the laying time for a wall significantly faster, which in turn reduces the time and cost of labor. The primary advantage of concrete blocks in comparison with the other two masonry units are the fact that due to the hollow shape of the block, they can be reinforced by pouring concrete into the openings or by inserting steel rebar. Concrete blocks are resistant against weather, pests, mold, and fire. These units can also be manufactured to meet any set project requirement, and some concrete blocks are also made from recycled materials. However, like anything else, there are always disadvantages, which this also applies to stone and concrete masonry. For example, bricks are more vulnerable to seismic damage because of their low resistance against tension and torsion loads. Bricks are also less tough, durable, and limited in sizes and color when compared to stone or concrete blocks. Natural stone walls reduce a large amount of overall floor space since they are wide and thick. They are also very heavy and have low tensile strength and seismic resistance. Stone masonry cannot be altered, repaired, or relocated easily, which in turn causes the process to be time-consuming and requires very skilled laborers. Moving on, concrete blocks are also heavy and tough to handle, requiring extra manpower. Additionally, concrete blocks require more steel rebar and cement when reinforcing structures, which alters the cost. All masonry construction have great compressive strength, however, they all have very low tensile strength unless the structure is reinforced somehow. All in all, there are numerous methods of building structures in the construction industry. However, masonry has been around the longest and still to this day continues to be used for its many advantages and its overall reliability. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Renato Fernandez. I will be representing Group 5, and today I will talk to you about the construction methods related to stone and concrete. To start off, stone and concrete are very commonly used materials in construction. These materials are very commonly used because of their high workability, durability, their reliability, strength, and their efficiency in construction site. An example of stone and concrete masonry are mortar walls. Mortar walls are stone walls that are then binded to already built concrete walls, and this type of wall is very commonly used in construction due to the fact that the concrete wall adds reinforcement to the stone wall that is being added. Construction and stone construction have very different methods. Some construction methods for concrete are precasting and reinforcing. For stone, some construction methods are mortar walls, which I have mentioned before, and the stack method. The stack method consists of stones that are stacked on top of each other and are not joined by any adhesive binding. Both of these materials have to go through various tests before being used in construction. Some tests that concrete has to go through are the slump test and the strength test. As for stone, some of these tests are the petrographic analysis, which is used to find structural properties and mineral contents of the stone that will be used with the help of a microscope. These tests are done to concrete and stone, are used to measure the strength of the material, density, stability, chemical resistance, water absorption, and many other factors. With all that being said, as mentioned earlier, concrete and stone are very commonly used materials in construction. These materials have had high advantages for projects and have very good and efficient results in the construction field.
Hello everybody, my name is Kevin Jimenez and I'm a student currently for the class BCN 2210, and on my part of the paper I was in charge of doing sustainability and behaviors of selected material, which is stone and concrete. Stone and concrete masonry are durable, sustainable construction materials that can last for centuries with the proper care. They are strong and resistant to fire, weather, and insects, making them ideal for both residential and commercial construction. In addition, stone and concrete masonry are relatively easy to work with, allowing for a variety of design options. When choosing stone and concrete masonry for a construction project, it is important to consider the specific needs of the project and the environmental in which it will be built. There are two main types of stone masonry, which is ashlar and rubble. Ashlar stone is cut into uniform blocks with square edges, while rubber stone is left in its natural state with irregular shapes and sizes. Concrete masonry units CMU are made from Portland cement aggregate and water. They are available in variety of sizes, shapes, and it can be either solid or hollow. When choosing stone or concrete masonry,